Hi friends, I am Dr. Divyashree, Medical Director, Genia Fertility Center. Today we will cover this topic which is very important, that is conception, myths and facts. Let us understand what is a normal conception. In the previous video I had told you about menstrual cycle, so it is more or less the same. So first thing is, as I told you, that the egg gets released from the ovary at around mid-cycle, that is approximately 14th day in a 28-day cycle in a woman. Then the egg comes and waits here in the tube. Around that time the intercourse happens, the sperms swim through the vagina into the uterus and then into the tube, where it fertilizes the egg which is waiting in the tube, forms a embryo. The early embryo travels through the tube, then comes into the uterus around 5th or 6th day post fertilization. Then this particular embryo gets embedded into the uterine cavity, resulting in pregnancy. If there is pregnancy, a woman does not get her menses, she will skip her menses, and if you do a urine pregnancy test, it will be positive. If she is not pregnant, then she will get her menses, that is, the menstrual flow will happen, in which the endometrium, which is not resulted in pregnancy, comes out through the vagina. So if a pregnancy happens, a woman does not get her menses, she will continue to not to have menses for 9 months, by which time the baby is fully developed and she delivers. So far the details what we have understood about conception, or what we know about conception, is probably from movies or serials. In most of the movies, when we have seen a couple get married and then immediately the next scene will be of pregnancy. Or if a woman has undergone rape, then immediately she gets pregnant. This is what is there in our mind about conception. As soon as the intercourse happens, the pregnancy would happen in the next cycle. This is not the case. The ability of a human being to achieve pregnancy in one menstrual cycle is called as fecundity, which is approximately 15 to 20% in human beings, which means a couple, if they are healthy and young, they will be able to achieve pregnancy in one menstrual cycle is about 15 to 20%, which means 100 couple trying for pregnancy, only 15 to 20 will be able to achieve pregnancy in 1 month. So the other 80% who don't achieve pregnancy in the first cycle does not mean they are abnormal. Repetition is the key to success in conception. So if they keep trying naturally month on month, at the end of 1 year, approximately 75 to 80% would conceive. Another 20 to 25% may not conceive. Then those couple are termed to have subfertility, or there is difficulty in conceiving. So as I told you, the conception rate per menstrual cycle is approximately 15 to 20%. So this is about the first myth breaker, that is, the ability of a human being to achieve pregnancy is only 15 to 20%. So you need not have to get worried if you don't achieve pregnancy in one menstrual cycle. You keep trying for pregnancy month on month. Probably up to 1 year you can try if there is no problem, which means a woman should be having normal menstrual cycles and a couple should be having regular intercourse. Then the second myth, it is about timing of intercourse. So most of the couple who come to us, they tell us that we follow fertility calendar, we follow the timing for intercourse. I would say this is a wrong technique to do, because when you keep calculating that when you are going to ovulate, that creates a lot of stress both in you and in your husband. Because whenever you have intercourse, you should have intercourse for the pleasure of having it. It should not be behind some motive that yes, we have to achieve pregnancy. This creates a lot of stress, which can cause a lot of vaginal dryness in you, or it can even cause erectile dysfunction or ejaculatory dysfunction in a man. So then what should be the frequency of having intercourse if you have to achieve pregnancy? Then I would say, if a couple is active sexually and if they are trying every other day or alternate days, once in 2 days, once in 3 days, it is good enough, which means if a couple is trying minimum twice a week, which means once in 3 days, it is good enough to achieve pregnancy. You need not have to time when exactly is my ovulation date. So that means in a week, if you have tried twice, that is more than enough. There is a scientific reason behind this. This is because the lifespan of a sperm is 72 hours, which means 3 days. If the sperm or the semen gets ejaculated in the vagina, the sperms can be there harbored in the cervical canal, what is called as the mouth of the uterus. There the sperms can still survive and they get released in batches. So whenever the egg can get released, but if the sperms are replaced once in 3 days, that is good enough to achieve a pregnancy. So that is about timing of intercourse. If you are trying minimum twice a week, that is good enough. But if you can try every other day, alternate days, once in 2 days, that's also okay. Next, the other thing is, the other myth or the other doubt which most of the times patients ask me is, after intercourse, what should we do? I feel most of the semen sample is coming out. One thing what you have to understand, what does semen contain? It contains sperms and the liquid which facilitates the sperm for deposition inside the vagina. What you have to understand is, it is the sperms which are microscopic structures which swing through the vaginal canal, the cervical canal and the uterus, and then it enters the tubes. It is not the seminal fluid which ascends up. This is what you have to understand. So most of the semen sample does come out of the vagina. So that's absolutely normal. So after intercourse, if you can just lie down for 15 to 20 minutes, that is good enough. So even if the sample comes out, so no need to worry. And the other doubts what they ask me is there any particular position in which you can try so that the pregnancy probabilities are more? There is nothing like that. The normal sexual life, whatever you are having, that you can continue to have. But one thing is, don't be pressurized or don't do sex keeping a motive in the mind that yes, we have to achieve pregnancy. As I told you, you should have intercourse for the pleasure of having intercourse, right? And I think these are the most common myths which people do have when they are planning for pregnancy. Then when do you need to consult a doctor if the conception does not happen? Usually, as I told you, since the fecundity rate is approximately 15 to 20%, 80% of them would conceive within 1 year. If you don't achieve pregnancy in spite of having regular intercourse, which means at least twice a week, then in spite of that, if you're not achieving pregnancy, you need to meet a doctor. But it is not always a thumb rule that you should wait for 1 year. If a woman is having irregular menstrual cycles, you have to come early. If a woman is more than 35 years, you have to come early. If you have had previous bad history, like if you have had ectopic pregnancy, which means pregnancy in the tube, or if you have had multiple abortions, you need to come early. If for a man, if there is decreased libido, which means the drive to have intercourse is lesser, or if the ejaculation is not happening properly, if the erection is not happening properly, then you need to meet us early. I think most of the facts about conception, and that is the myths and facts about conceptions, I have covered today. If you have any further doubts, you can contact me on 6360728115, or you can mail us on geniafertility06@gmail.com. You can also follow us on YouTube and Instagram. For today, I think this is it, and coming week I'll again talk to you on one more topic which is quite interesting for you. Bye.